Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Friday, the 23rd of April, comes to you from London. And the dollar has steadied a little bit this week, so we seem to be finding support on the cloud. Remembering this is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart. Above the cloud is bullish and below the cloud is bearish, with the corresponding point and figure target. So we have a long-term, medium-term and short-term view of the markets. And markets relatively mixed. If we look at them, we see here the euro against the dollar is sitting at 120.57, so it's benefited slightly from this dollar weakness, although hitting resistance. The dollar index is hitting support, and the euro dollar is hitting resistance. They're inverted, obviously. Sterling sitting at 138.78, just weakened slightly as that dollar has steadied. And against the euro sitting at 115.08 has weakened slightly here as well. So short-term bearish, but medium and long-term bullish. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we've fallen quite dramatically down to $48,000, so a real pullback week, and that has deactivated some of the big upside targets. So this is going to be very interesting for Bitcoin. Looking at the S&P 500 index, we are looking still bullish on all three time frames. Pulled back yesterday to touch cloud support, down around 1%, but we are still long-term bullish. Nasdaq, much the same picture here, fall away from stocks yesterday and just turning short-term bearish, so it'll be interesting to see how we finish the week. The futures are suggesting we will open slightly higher today. We see that big move yesterday, and again we see the futures just up slightly on the Nasdaq, but short-term bearish. The VIX has broken above that 18 level, so it was nearly as high as 20 yesterday on that spike. But for the moment, the fear index, medium and long term, is still bearish, meaning that the markets are not fearful. Looking at the FTSE future, we're down 0.25% this morning. The DAX in Germany, the cash market, down 0.25%. The CAC Kron slightly up, but all in all, Europe looking weaker. Japan was down. The Hang Seng was actually up. Shanghai was up. India down 0.33%, has had a pretty terrible week, and of course coronavirus fears persist there. The Aussie market was up slightly, and if we look at gold, sitting at 1783, pretty steady there, still bullish on the short term. Medium term we have work to do, but this is looking like a double bottom for gold. Silver holding the 26 level this morning, looking okay. Bond yields, the 10-year yield sitting at 156, still spooking the market slightly, and we still do have this big upside target. A downside target to about 1.2%, but we'd have to move below 1.52 to activate that. Taking a quick look at the energy mix, we've got crude oil up this morning, but not enough to change the picture here. One that we've wandered into short-term bearish territory. And we are looking increasingly, while we're finding cloud support, this is looking like a lower high building. If we go below this level, then we have the lower high, the lower low, and that would be the end of the trend. Taking a look at US nat gas, sitting steady at 276. Coal pulling back quite significantly this morning to 73.75. Emissions had a big run yesterday, and just pulling back this morning, looking like we might pull all the way back to 45, but that was of course the level we broke just a couple of days ago, so looking still pretty strong. MBP down 3% this morning, TTF down 4%, so gas markets are falling quite heavily. Still short-term bullish, but medium-term we are hitting the trend there. Taking a look at German power, we're down 1.4% here as well. So we're just seeing energy markets pulling back, and Nordic power down 1.6%. So all in all, European energy markets having a weak end to the week. That's it for today. Until Monday, have a great weekend. Happy charting. See you.